Whistleblowers have just dragged a long whispered about legal scandal out into the open, and Donald Trump and his entire Department of Justice are implicated in one of the furthest reaching legal scandals in recent memory. This is big, my beautiful viewers. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. Earlier this year, Americans witnessed the mass deportations of immigrants to prisons in foreign nations. That included Kilmar Albrego Garcia, a legal resident here in the U.S., who was illegally deported to El Salvador. Judges attempted to block his deportation and ordered the Trump administration to facilitate his return, but the administration dragged its feet. Here's a brief recap.
Welcome back to The Takeout. The judge overseeing the deportation case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia has denied the Justice Department's request to delay proceedings because of the government shutdown. Abrego Garcia was brought back to the U.S. in June, you remember that, to face federal criminal charges after being mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador. That happened back in March. Much controversy ensued over both of those events. The Trump administration is now seeking to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia to a different country. Camilo Montoya Galvez following this for us. Camilo, always great to have you. So this case has sort of been in suspended animation for a while. Just catch the audience up on sort of what's gone on for the last month and what happened today that is potentially significant.
Sure, Major. Just to level set for our audience, there are two major legal battles ongoing in the U.S. over the fate of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who, as you underscored, is that Salvadorian man who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador, despite a judge's ruling from the first Trump administration that protected him from being deported there. He's facing federal criminal charges related to human smuggling allegations that he denies, we should add, in Tennessee. But the judge in that case, Major, has allowed him to await the criminal trial that is set to start next year outside of pretrial detention.
And if that little explanation of how the Garcia case has progressed left you feeling uneasy, well, grab the Pepto-Bismol now. This next bit will make you nauseous. Stay tuned. You will be happy to know, however, that subsequent to that report you just saw, the African nations that the Trump administration had wanted to hide Garcia away to rescinded their offers. That included Eswatini. Garcia is, for the moment, still awaiting trial here in the United States, and now the case has taken a major, unexpected turn. Last night, the CBS News magazine 60 Minutes ran a massive whistleblower story that offered rare insight into the Trump Justice Department and the Garcia case itself. Now, there's a lot here, so let's get right to it, shall we? First up, law professor Ryan Goodman, who has been investigating the Trump Department of Justice. He uncovered major instances where not only did Trump Department of Justice lawyers lie to the courts, it appears they were ordered to do so.
Justice Department.
And it gets worse. Erez Ruveni, a former Department of Justice lawyer, echoes Goodman's findings and has actually come forward to say that he was ordered to lie to courts. He further adds that then senior Department of Justice official Emile Beauvais, a former personal attorney to Donald Trump who has since been named a judge, told Department Justice officials that the Trump administration would not abide by court rulings. Again, there's a lot here, so make sure to watch it all. If there was any doubt that Donald Trump was trying to use the Department of Justice as his personal revenge machine, if there was any doubt that the administration had total contempt for the rule of law or due process, if there was any question as to the corruption of Emile Beauvais and the Department of Justice under Trump, well, folks, here we are. This is as monumental a scandal to engulf the Department of Justice, the likes of which I can't say I've ever seen. This is worse than Watergate, where Nixon tried to order the Department of Justice to end its Watergate burglary probe. This is worse than when George W. Bush Attorney General Alberto Gonzales and his aide, Monica Goodling, wanted to only hire lawyers who were loyal Bushies. That is, lawyers who would justify and defend anything the administration did, including torture. And as Mr. Ruveni says there, this is the erosion of faith in one of America's most important institutions. Generations of trust have been lost, and what for? So Donald Trump can just do whatever he wants, target whomever he wants? The Department of Justice is supposed to work for all people in the United States, not just a president, and for that matter, not just citizens. And make no mistake, this is a majorly impeachable offense. And if the Republicans in Congress will not act, it's time to elect people who will. Contract your representatives and encourage a congressional investigation into Emile Beauvais and the Department of Justice. It's time to send a message to Donald Trump. Enough is enough, and we won't stand for this any longer. This is Occupy Democrats.